basketball a game of giants. When he had to, he knew all the tricks.
Nobody can pass that ball through the heart of the line. 6. You want to put on a show here. Here we go.
We got high school players better than Bronny. Absolutely got high school players better than Bronny. Bronny was never the best high school player on his team. He was never the best college player on his team. And he still gets 12 shots in a preseason game where everybody's auditioning, where nobody normally passes the ball. Everybody trying to get their shit off because it's new people out there. It ain't just you.
So that was Kwame Brown basically saying that Bronny James was never the best player in his high school or college team, claiming that there are high schoolers better than him. Was Kwame right, or was this more or less old school kind of gatekeeping? Kwame Brown, to me, wasn't wrong about the facts. Bronny wasn't his team's best player, but I don't think that that's really an indictment the way he thinks it is. There's a whole bunch of NBA level role players that was never the best player on their team. Derek White, who's a champion, wasn't the best player on his college team. Bruce Brown, who's a champion, he wasn't the best player on his college team. I don't think that Bronny's ceiling was ever superstar. It has to be impact. Kwame Brown, I think, is judging him by the wrong archetype, in my opinion. But we 2 games into the preseason, and, you know, it is what it is as far as the eye test. Should the Lakers move on from Bronny James? I'm being dead serious with this question. I know if we would have asked this before, it wouldn't have been a whole lot of weight to it because we know as long as James was there, Bronny's not going anywhere. But now I'm wondering, is it really time to pull the trigger? Or should the team double down on development? Fans online are calling for Bronny to, they basically saying he's a liability and they want him gone before the season even starts. He shot 1 for 12 in his debut. He shot 2 for 6 last night. He did show glimpse of solid defense, glimpse of hustle. I think fans are justified with their frustrations. And y'all know I'm a James fan. But I will admit, y'all are definitely justified with the way y'all feel about Bronny James. The Lakers are in a win now mode, not a rebuild. But I'm going to keep saying it. I think that there's value and patience when potential shows defensive impact and IQ. Bronny's not hurting the team long-term by learning. Cutting him now, I think it kills the developmental opportunity. And it kind of sends the wrong message about growth, especially with the situation with Dalton Connect. Hopefully that might play out better, but that was kind of ugly last year. I think if this franchise truly believes in player development, I don't know if you would just bail out on Bronny after these 2 preseason games. Fans act like rookies grow in straight lines. They don't. It's never that way. There's always like that progression curve, that stretch where like the film study has to catch up to the physical reps. Bronny, he's kind of in that zone right now. Like he's fixing reads. He's trying to improve his balance. You know, he's recalibrating the pace, but that doesn't really show up in the box score yet. I think the key for Bronny is whether he keeps his confidence. I don't know, man. I am disappointed. I did expect to see a leap of production from, you know, Bronny, but when you put it in context, preseason basketball, it has a wild game flow variance. If you've been watching this game for years, rotations are random. The pace of the game is inconsistent. Rookies get minutes with lineups that will never happen in the regular season. So when you think about it, the preseason is kind of all over the place. You can't really evaluate rhythm players like Bronny off limited possessions. The NBA regular season is built on patterns, built on predictability. That's where like IQ guards start to thrive. I don't feel like Bronny is a dumb basketball player. Execution is just not happening. Preseason noise, I respect it. It's not real data. It's just vibes. But I don't just throw away the fact that it is the vibes. We can't ignore what we witnessing with the eye test. And then you got the whole LeBron shadow. We can't ignore that either when we're talking about Bronny and what the Lakers should do. I think being LeBron's son changes everything. Every possession is magnified. Every miss is trending. We all knew that going into the, into this whole relationship. But from a basketball lens, the biggest obstacle to me, y'all, isn't about pressure. He's going from being a slow, small time ball mover to being expected to create at an NBA tempo. It's going to take some time. I think at times some people judge Bronny like he's supposed to be a top scoring option. I said from day one, if Bronny James is going to have any career in the NBA, it's going to have to be based off a defensive identity. He's never going to be able to be the type of player that his father was. I think LeBron's ship was God gifted. So offensively, I've never had no expectations with Bronny James as far as him being that type of guy. But, even back to USC, if I'm not mistaken, the little bit of games that he played in USC, Bronny James was never a high usage type of guy. Not even in high school. Bronny game was really built around off-ball reads. I think he does understand spacing, backdoor angles, and relocations. That's why he's getting that. I don't know why the shots ain't falling, though. I don't know really what to say about that. I think when them shots start to drop, fans are going to really change their mind from Bronny James being a liability to being a glue guy. I really think he got potential on the defensive end. And I think he got a decent IQ. I think his IQ is actually ahead of his skills and his timing. But that's what development is for. That's the whole purpose. What Bronny is going through right now, I will admit, is totally different than the direction that the Lakers are trying to go right now as far as win now. Bronny is going to give you really no impact as far as winning now. But do you necessarily want to bail out on the potential development of him? We love to roast the numbers, his shot mechanics. I mean, again, I can't take up for Bronny being 1 for 12 from deep, 2 for 6 last night. His shot pocket is actually consistent, though. His issue to me is rhythm timing and his vertical release. I think those things are fixable problems. Not necessarily proof that he can't shoot the basketball. Bronny James' base, I believe, widens under fatigue, which kind of lowers his arc. That's what you call like a shot pocket misalignment. That his form is broken. He's just not in NBA conditioning yet for some reason to maintain his base. But, this is his second year. He's not going to get no excuses from anybody. But I think if Bronny just get another month or two of some consistent reps, I think he'll look a little different. I really do. I wouldn't give up on him. I wouldn't. But I'm not mad at Lakers land. I'm not mad at any Lakers fan that is sick and tired of Bronny and the Lakers relationship because it seems to be going nowhere. My whole thing about it is just if you want Bronny to be gone, want him to be gone for all the right reasons. You don't even have to put his father in the conversation. Was Bronny overpaid? I believe the NBA community as a whole to say absolutely. Bronny James' contract, I believe, was what, $8 million over 4 years? Fully guaranteed. Fully guaranteed Bronny James locked in for $8 million over 4 years. Critics say he hasn't earned it. Fans say he hasn't earned it. I'm pretty sure NBA players got their own opinion on it. And this is only the preseason, but you're talking about what, 3 for 19 shooting against Phoenix and Golden State yesterday at total? JJ Redick had the nerve to defend Bronny James, saying that he earned his money. Like when shit like that happen, y'all, I'm gonna be real. Y'all got every right to call it out. Because if it was any other rookie, that deal would have raised hella eyebrows. But the difference here is long-term investment. I don't think the Lakers to me not paying for production, they paying for potential. They paying for legacy continuity. They paying for IQ. Bronny James being in-house gives LeBron more incentive to stay. It seems rocky, but at the end of the day, it does help to stabilize that culture and then keep the media eyes on Los Angeles. That's business. That's not really favoritism. He's definitely put in a scenario that he's lucky. I mean, everybody don't get these opportunities. We're going to keep that shit real. Ava Wright say it's been 2 seasons. How many players have been given this much time without being a top tier high school and college player? He hasn't shown anything that would have said he's worth more. I mean, I don't believe that Bronny has given his argument any ammunition as far as deserving more minutes. But I feel like what I felt about his overall potential from year one hasn't changed. His career will be identified on the defensive end of the basketball court. I felt that way last year. I still feel that way the same. I would have just expected a little bit more efficiency with that jump shot. 1 for 12. I mean, it's pathetic the numbers that Bronny James has been putting up. It's just no different from last year. And you don't have LeBron and you don't have Luka out on the basketball court. All these new guys, this is your perfect opportunity to really show something. These games, it was tailor-made for DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRavia, new guys of the Lakers, to really show how much impact they can have. These guys look horrible in these first 2 games. Avery says having a good soul doesn't mean you earn anything. I mean, I think it depends on how you looking at it. Someone that has a bad soul deserves something more than someone with a good soul. But see, again, that's why we can't really put emotions in basketball. We just got to stick to the script. Everybody's going to have their opinion. But like I said, the Lakers to most look like they're in a win now situation. Bronny James to me is not going to have any impact positively on winning now. We know LeBron might be out the door within a year or 2. So what do the Lakers really do with Bronny James? Do they try to get rid of him now? I wonder what Luka thinks about Bronny James. What do y'all think Luka thinks about Bronny James? Because I would think that Luka's say so will have some impact on the decision that was made as far as this boy's career. I don't know. It's definitely nepotism going on. The Lakers have always been the team dealing with nepotism. That ain't nothing new. If you've been following the Lakers, it's always been nepotism going on. But again, offensively, I expected just a little bit more from Bronny James as far as the efficiency. I wasn't looking for him to go out there and score 20 and 30. But man, his struggles just still it's kind of embarrassing because Bronny has never given me the indication that he doesn't be preparing. I've always seen Bronny prepare for this game, locked in. That's one of the reasons why I always gave him credit, because he prepares for the game. You know, being a LeBron's son, he's always committed to what needs to be done playing this game when he really didn't have to play basketball. So I've always respected him for that. But you mean to tell me you go through the whole NBA season as a rookie? You go through the whole offseason? You come back in these preseason games and you show nothing offensively? Yeah, man. I'm not mad at y'all. If y'all getting mad and if y'all want Bronny to go, it's hard for me to really campaign against it. I just I wouldn't personally give up on him. But I'm disappointed though. I'm disappointed. Lucas said in a post interview that Bronny is a good kid. Yeah, but like Avery said, man, there's a lot of good kids who get cut or don't make teams. That's where you it has to be a cutoff point. I do think that you should have some objectivity for young men and women that's trying to do the right thing and are doing things the right way. I think you should have some objectivity because the preparation, what Bronny James had put into this game. He hasn't been a distraction off the basketball court. He hasn't gotten in any trouble, anything like that. But that necessarily shouldn't put you in a roster rotation. That shouldn't necessarily give you 4 years, $8 million guaranteed, especially without a real solidified college resume. So there's no argument that Bronny James was spoon-fed some things to a fault. But, I don't know, man. I just wouldn't give up on him. There's something that just tell me just be patient. I don't know how JJ Redick is really going to work this out, but I would just be patient. I'm just being honest. F2P says, so let me ask you all something. Does having a good locker room matters or a toxic locker room? Here's the thing, and it's interesting that you brought this up, because one of the reasons why I was so excited about Marcus Smart coming to the Lakers, F2P, was the impact that I thought he would have on other players defensively, his behavior, his accountability that Marcus Smart have defensively. I thought that would rub off on a lot of the Laker players, especially Bronny James. So I was super excited when the announcement of Marcus Smart was coming to the Lakers, not necessarily because of production, because Marcus Smart even is coming off of injuries, and I don't think he even played yet in the preseason. But I thought him being on the sidelines, him being in the locker room, he's going to help the discipline of this team systematically and individually. So I'm like, damn, man, Bronny going to get to be on that bench with Marcus Smart. I already feel like Bronny going to have a defensive career, but he gets to learn some tricks and stuff from Marcus Smart, that's going to be perfect. But if Marcus Smart ain't even, it's just like having a good locker room definitely matters. Because a bad locker room make other players feel like they don't care and everybody doing their own thing. But here's the thing about that question, F2P, and it was a good question. You're not going to never, ever, 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 ever have a bad locker room under LeBron James. That doesn't even go in the same sentence. So there's never going to be a real locker room issue as long as LeBron in it, unless we want to identify LeBron as being the problem in the locker room. But outside of that, we've never heard no history of LeBron's 20-something years of teammates in the locker room with a bunch of friction. Yeah, you got the Kyries of the world, but Kyrie is a made man in my eyes. You don't, as far as role players go, LeBron does not have a history of allowing a locker room to be, crazy unless he really was at the head of that. Quincy Olivari, is that who you talk about, Tone? The guy who they got rid of, I think he wound up going to Golden State. Quincy is definitely good. Even, what was his name? That the kid they got rid of last year was Blake. I think his name was Stephen Blake or Steve Blake. There's a couple guys that the Lakers parted ways with that are better right now than Bronny. But again, it's just all about when do you pull the trigger on Bronny James. Is there still any type of potential when you look at the development, at least on the defensive end? Or, is it just time to go? Don't talk to me about LeBron. LeBron is his own man in this situation. It don't matter what y'all say. It don't matter how much y'all complain. LeBron has a no trade contract. James is not going anywhere unless James want to go. So it's no need to keep harping on LeBron. Solomon Tech says, stop disrespecting Steph by putting a trash can next to hey, that was a real picture. I didn't take the picture. This is what it is. Bronny needs to be in the G League is what I saw Mr. N say. Shout out to Mr. N. We should be past that though, Mr. N. I'm going to keep it real, bro. I'm going to keep it real. We should be past this stage. I'm not saying we should be past the developmental stage. I mean, he was a second round 55th pick. I think off the top, people had unrealistic expectations on Bronny James just basically who his father was. But the conversation of being in the G League, nah, I'm not jacking that. I'm not saying that it wouldn't help him. I just feel like that's moving backwards. And this good kid BS needs to stop. He's a grown man. Treat him like one. The NBA is a business and he's not good for business. He needs to go ASAP. Now, this is where I disagree, Mr. N, 100,000%. I got my brother, BA. BA, let me drop this link in the live chat. If you got a minute or two to join me, please come up and join me. I need your thoughts on Bronny James after 2 games. But Mr. N, when we talk about business, jersey sales, being in the algorithm, Bronny is good for the league. Bronny is good for the Lakers. Bronny is good for the NBA. He's making money. There's money to be made around that name. So I don't think we can argue that. You saying treat him like a grown-ass man. I agree. Treat Bronny like a grown man. Don't spoon feed him nothing. But has Bronny, I just don't feel like he has been misbehaving. I don't feel like he's been a distraction or he's been a knucklehead or anything like that. So I feel like he's being treated like a grown man and he's acting like a grown man. I don't feel like Bronny is acting immature. He's just not executing on that basketball court. We got BA, the biggest LeBron hater in the building. I guess he going to put some of that energy into his son. BA, Jesus Christ. What's happening?
7, what's going on, Reggie?
Oh man, I'm cooling, man. I was listening to Kwame Brown talk about how Bronny James is not even better. There's high school and college players out there that's currently better than Bronny James. And I was wondering from the NBA community, is it time for the Lakers to release Bronny? Listen to what Kwame had to say about Bronny James.
We got high school players better than Bronny. Absolutely got high school players better than Bronny. Bronny was never the best high school player on his team. He was never the best college player on his team. And he still gets 12 shots in a preseason game where everybody's auditioning, where nobody normally passes the ball. Everybody trying to get their shit off because it's new people out there. It ain't just you. That man.
Man, what's your thoughts, BA? Where you at right now? Game 2 is in the bag of the preseason. Where you at with Bronny James? Has anything changed with you from last season?
No. One thing that I agree fully with Kwame Brown. I agree. Like, he never was the best player on any of the teams that he's played for, and whether it was college, whether it was high school. And
neither was Derek White. Neither was Bruce Bowen. And both of those guys are NBA champions.
Yeah, but they better than him though.
That's true.
Better than
That's
him.
true.
But I will say though, the Lakers don't need to cut him or nothing. Like that he's a money maker. He sell a lot of jerseys. It's the stuff off the court as far as money reasons. That's why they should just keep him on. Like, he need to be on the bench. He need to be on the bench just chilling. I ain't gonna lie. He is taking a roster spot, but at the same time, if he making the money, keep making that money from everybody being like, oh my gosh, Bronny James, oh my gosh, the gamer. They don't even look at him as an NBA player no more. They still look at him as LeBron James' son and as a gamer. So if the Lakers as an organization could continue to get paid off of that, then why not? Keep milking the cow until his dad gone. When his dad gone, then he got to go too.
So you mean to tell me, I know our cameras are down this morning, but are you telling me, BA, with a straight face, you're going to sit up here and tell the American public in Lakers land that you're not seeing anything positive from Bronny James?
No, not on the NBA level. There's nothing positive that he's doing. Except the only thing positive is his attitude. That's it. As far as production wise, no, he is taking up a roster spot. And we've been talking about this, and everybody knew that this is going to happen. But everybody wanted to make it a spectacle because of the father and the son. And, it's going to help LeBron. It's going to help LeBron legacy by saying he put his son on and he be the first to do this because he tried to be the first to do a whole bunch of things. So that's all it was. It was a spectacle. It's no longer a spectacle. So now you're about to see a whole bunch of disgruntled fans continue to step up and say what they got to say. But they're still going to be talking about him, which brings up relevancy. And on top of the relevancy, he's still going to be selling a lot of jerseys.
Has Bronny James earned the right to have a process before production? Or does he need to have immediate production in the box score? Does he not deserve to be able to have a steps, to be able to get time, be patient? This is his second year. He was a second round 55th player. To me, you're being very disrespectful by saying you don't see anything positive from Bronny James. From the production end, I agree. But when I'm watching these last two games, the one against Phoenix, the one against last night versus Golden State. His defensive rotations have been actually clean. If you watch the tape, BA, he's tagging the cutters, he's helping the helper, he's recovering on time. His defensive rotation integrity is something usually rookies blow constantly, night in and night out. He don't gamble a whole lot. He doesn't overhelp. He knows how to communicate on the defensive end. It's like you don't want to show him no love.
He's the 55th pick. When have we showed a 55th pick love that wasn't good? When has a 55th pick overall got the time and actually got a guaranteed contract that he ain't even earned yet, etc.? I don't know any, bro. I don't know any.
I don't believe you stay on the basketball floor for 23 minutes as a rookie under JJ Redick unless you're showing trust on the defensive end. That's
Or
what.
your father is LeBron James. Don't forget that part. Remember that. Don't forget. Don't forget that.
My
Yeah.
God.
We pay your dad. We pay your dad 54 or 55 million, whatever, for this final year. And I'm pretty sure one of his incentives is make sure y'all take care of my son. When I leave, you can do whatever you want, but he living out his NBA dream. And it's because of his father, because nepotism, I'm going to use the mess out of it. Just like y'all use it in the normal natural world, I'm going to use it in my normal world, which is the NBA. And the Lakers let them get away with it. Now they got to deal with it. And the only way to maximize is, like I said, sit his young self down and try to come up with different stories about, oh, but his defense, he's potentially a great defender, and all. You can throw in all of that, whatever, all that fluff, as I call it. Do that, but continue to sell them jerseys, young man, and that's it.
You know, it's amazing to me that when it comes to the stats and what we really have when it's for Bronny, it's just fluff. But when you try to argue for Kobe and Michael and all this stuff, you love to use the numbers. It's cool. These right
Don't
here, BA, is
do not compare Kobe. Don't say Bronny James, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan in the same sentence. Do not. That's nasty work, Seven. That is nasty work. Yo.
so BA. Here was the Lakers calendar as of yesterday. This was going to be their first 5 games. They've already gotten off to a slow start, losing yesterday to Golden State. They will be running it back with the Warriors, but as you can see, they don't play for another 7 days for the most part, not until next Sunday. How do you think these next 4 games are going to play out for the Lakers based off of what we've seen in the last 2?
They're gonna all be the same. They're gonna get smacked. They're gonna get smacked. You're not gonna really see too much of an improvement until, like, we need when Bron gets in there, when not Bronny, but when Bron, the actual Bron, gets there to play like a few minutes or whatnot, we'll really get a feel. When Luka plays a few more minutes, we're gonna really get a feel of what this team is. Until them two specifically get on that court, they're gonna continue to get smacked by all of these teams.
You know what I noticed? First of all, I agree with you 100%. But you know what I noticed, and I feel real good about noticing it? You mentioned LeBron James' name first, as far as the guys who needed to come back to turn this thing around. You mentioned James' name first. And I appreciate the fact that you know deep down in your heart that this is still LeBron James' team. I shout you out for that, BA. Thank you so much for that.
You know, I know that it's his team. He hijacked it back in 2018 or 2019. He hijacked the team. It's been his organization. He run this thing, and now that everything is turned up against him, and it is Luka's franchise now. It's not Luka's franchise until Luka show it this upcoming season. Like, it's still LeBron's franchise. Luka come in and dominate and do what he's supposed to do, help the Lakers to get to a top 3 seed. LeBron play his Robin, then we'll see. But you're right, it is LeBron's team right now, currently.
BA, I need you to be objective with this one because King Rel says something that is baffling to me, but this is a statement that I have seen since Bronny James came into the league last year. King Rel, shout out to King Rel, says Bronny wouldn't make a college team without his father. Kobe would be so disappointed in the Lakers. Does Bronny James, BA, show you absolutely nothing to warrant him being in the NBA? Like, if we take a regular player a regular person off the street and put them in an NBA game, we're going to be able to see clear as day who don't belong, right or wrong.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to see in most cases.
We're going to be able to see it within the first couple seconds. Are you telling me, is King Rel telling me, is Lakers land telling me with a straight face that that's the same vibe y'all get from Bronny on that basketball court?
If Seven, let's put it this way. If he wasn't LeBron James' son, you'll feel the same exact way. That's exactly what you would see. You'd be like, damn,
That
what
is
is he doing
so
on the court?
disrespectful.
He doesn't seven. He does not deserve to be in like I ain't gonna say what he deserved to be, but his gamer
He
level of
hasn't earned.
basketball is not
He
NBA
hasn't earned.
quality. It's not.
He hasn't earned being a part of the association.
He hasn't earned a spot to play to actually be on the court for 23 minutes. Maybe if like you had multiple injuries or something like that, and he was like the last, like he was on the injury reserve, the IR list or whatnot, the reserved, and he had to come in. And he was like the 17th man on the roster or something, and he had to suit up. For sure. Give him that nepotism. But as far as earning, this is all marketing. This is all marketing. That's all he is. He's the head. He's the face of the marketing for the youth of America when it comes to basketball. That's it. That's all he is, bro.
But is that
Nothing
a
more,
bad
nothing less.
thing? Original classics say Bronny being on the court, period, is disrespectful to the game.
I, and I it can be, but I got to give a little kickback to that. I don't think it's disrespectful to the pockets of the Lakers organization and to the pockets of and for the viewership of the NBA. That's why it's not disrespectful in that. But for the love of the game, for the basketball purist, of course we know what's going on. We don't like it, but we not the main people that actually pay the NBA and buy the jerseys and stuff. It's these other particular type of fans, which is more of those than it is of us, because basketball has become so much of a it's not really too much about your game no more like that. It's about your views and your social media status and your social media personality. That's what it is. That's where the NBA has pretty much pushed the game towards, and not just on a domestic type. It's on a domestic type thing. Now it's an international thing. And Bronny is one of those one of them personalities, with his father being who he is, having a whole bunch of followers over here, being a big time gamer in that type of industry. He's bringing in other type of fans that are super casual that would never ever that don't even really know the game of basketball, which is helping the NBA.
Shout out to my brother, the Drip Show. Said he wish he could help his son make a couple $1,000,000. They don't want to speak on that Drip Show. They don't want to speak on
That's
nothing positive when it comes to James. With James on Lakers land, we don't have. Unfortunately, we can't have any positive conversations about LeBron or Bronny on this platform for some reason. I don't know what's good.
Not during the season. Not during the season when they get real. When they get real, off season, yeah. Like, yeah, man. Hey, nepotism is cool. What LeBron did for Bronny and what he's probably gonna do for Bryce coming up, if that even happens, that's amazing. But when we in season and we in grind mode we about winning championships. If it doesn't, if the game doesn't match up, we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna crucify and we gonna talk our ish and we're gonna keep it real. Off season, nah, but in season, definitely.
F2P. I wish I could put this comment right here in AI so I could play it and blast it all in BA's ear, because it is amazing to me how BA and how some of these other people in the Lakers community rip apart Bronny James. But what
He,
about Dalton Connect, bro, who
he talk
was
about summer,
considered a steal
man.
from the Lakers?
Yo, let's
Talk
talk
to me.
real basketball here, man.
Let's
Yeah,
talk.
we can't even bring Dog Connect. We talk about a guy that was actually on his way to possibly being rookie of the year until they decided we want to trade him. Then you trade him, some funky stuff happened, sit him back. While y'all was doing the trade, talking super crazy like we don't need him and all of that, even though he was one of the power engines of the squad. Like he did so much for the squad before y'all started talking about trading him. And
But
he had a bad summer league or whatnot, and Bronny outplayed. This is a summer league. This is the NBA. We're talking about the NBA, not no summer league. Not no we trying to make the team and everything where it like the summer league don't count for real. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You expect Dalton Connect to come back to an organization and after they try to trade him and try to ruin him and try to get some big man saying that they don't need him, when, like I said, he was leading rookies in scoring at one point, and he wasn't even getting that much run like that. Helped win a bunch of games and contribute to a bunch of games while JJ Redick, him and JJ Redick going back and forth for whatever reason behind the scenes that we don't even know about. And you expect him to be like, to love where he's at and to enjoy his job and all of that. Bronny ain't better than Dalton. Stop it. Stop it.
No, I don't even want to have the comparison. That I definitely don't think that Bronny's upside can compare to Dalton Connect in the least. I just feel like you've totally forgotten the lack of productivity that Dalton Connect gave us coming back from that Brotch trade up until now. We haven't seen, and I'm blaming JJ Redick partially for that too, but you highlighted how effed up this organization has been, coaching staff included. Why does Bronny James not get a benefit of the doubt as far as patience and time for development?
Because he's the 55th pick and he hasn't shown anything yet. He hasn't shown any improvement. He's a 6'2" athletic kid that has no basketball IQ. That's it. Well, low basketball IQ. And if his basketball IQ was better, he showed improvement in that, then maybe you can actually be like, all right, I can see something. But no, instead, like I said, his father, since his father is who he is, and they gave him if we're gonna give you a guaranteed contract, not a two-way, but a guaranteed Lakers contract for 3 years or whatever they gave and millions of dollars, and you the 55th pick and you ain't proved nothing yet, you better prove something. Show us something. You ain't showed us nothing yet. You had a full season and now we're coming into this season number 2. Show us something. Show us something while your father is here. Because if not, once your father, after this year, we know that Bron, unless the Lakers win a championship or something crazy, Bron gonna be up out of there. But once Bron go, Bron ain't gonna be gone too. So show us something. That's all the people's asking. Show us something, because he hasn't showed us anything. He go out there, all of them, you go out there, run all of them miles, do all of that, the weightlifting, the jumping, the defensive slides, and you still play like you a senior in high school. Nothing different. This is a
I'm going
grown
to throw
man's
some
game.
comments up on the screen. I'm going to throw some comments on the screen, BA, real quick. I want to know if you agree or disagree. Drip Show says Connect is mentally broken. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. Until I see something else different, until I see his game, and until I see him get back to where he was the first half of last season, I 100% agree. He is mentally broken. He's shown that. And in Summer League, we can talk about him not playing well in Summer League, but if you think about it, all he was doing was jacking up shots. It's like he didn't even give a damn. He wasn't even mentally there. I don't even think he even wanted to play Summer League because he felt like he had earned his he felt like he had earned his spot.
Original Classics says Dalton can go into another team and improve his game. He don't see that in Bronny. You agree or disagree with that?
I agree. 100%. Yeah, Bronny, I don't think he's suited to be an NBA player at this moment. Maybe when he get 25, 26, and something else something like a switch goes off in his mind, maybe. But right now, I don't see him even. There's nothing NBA about him.
Tulip Play says he can be a locker room guy his whole career, maybe end of the bench rotation. I think it's too soon to even say that, because I don't know what Bronny mentally could bring to a team that's going to help other players if he's not playing. We haven't been able to tap into he does have some IQ, but I don't know. You agree or disagree with that? That Bronny can be a locker room guy for his whole career at least. basically being someone that's on the bench, don't get no minutes, but could help other players based
No,
off of IQ and experience and skill set. I don't know.
I don't agree with that. And because I don't think he can even be that right now because he don't have the personality. He don't have no Bronny don't got no personality like that. He not no outgoing person like that. He's not
Why are
very
you
charismatic.
vilifying this man
He's
for
not.
being Bronny chill? He don't get in trouble. You just hate that, don't you? You hate that.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. But he just not charismatic at all. Ain't nobody. He don't have that. He don't have that gene to where like his dad. At least his dad. One thing about LeBron, LeBron got that seriousness, and you can be like, all right, he's curious. He's charismatic enough that to where I can follow him, and I believe everything he says. I see his work ethic, all of that. Like he means what he say what his say what he means. Bronny don't got that. If he will he have that in the future? Possibly. But right now, no. Ain't nobody gonna follow him in the locker room and listen to anything that he say. Everybody gonna tell him to shut up and go collect your free check that you get every week. That's all they gonna tell him.
Man. Well, y'all heard it from the biggest LeBron hater. BA let y'all know his thoughts and opinions on this whole Bronny James situation. I really can't argue a campaign for Bronny. I really can't. I just feel like maybe the Lakers should continue to be patient. Maybe JJ might want to manipulate how he's using this kid. Uh, I don't know. Like I said, I see things defensively that I like. I've always seen things defensively that I like. I'm just real disappointed that the inefficiency from his shot has not improved at all. And I don't know what's the problem because, again, he hasn't seemed to be distracted in the offseason where he wouldn't be working on his game. So to me, it's really no excuse that he's coming out shooting 1 for 12, 2 or 6, and all that other crap. It's
It's too
unexplainable to me.
fast. The game is still too fast for him. And I gotta ask you this question because I know you're about to shut it down. But just from a non-bias, because right now you're coming from a biased standpoint because LeBron is like your favorite. So I totally get it. He's your guy. You feel me? Team Clutch. Give me a check out there if you're listening, Mr. Maverick and all that. Hook me up. Put me in the dough. I'll be a LeBron fan for some checks. But anyways, yo, facts. Yeah, you want to use Cash App? You want to use Bitcoin? Hey, pay me somehow. I got you. But with that being said, so you mean to tell me, Seven, that if this was not LeBron James' son, right? If this wasn't LeBron James' son, you would still feel the same exact way about him being the 55th pick, getting a guaranteed contract and not producing, not showing any improvement.
I don't have any problem compromising numbers of the contract. I don't have a problem with y'all with compromising if he belongs in the G League. If should be a minute restriction. If there's some other developmental program that y'all want to put Bronny James in that's going to help him, I'm not going to argue or debate none of that with you, BA, or anybody else. What I'm going to continue to argue with is the disrespect that y'all say that Bronny James does not belong in the association. And I think that is ridiculous. When I'm literally watching this kid on the defensive end show progress and it's shown consistency when we got liabilities like Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, even Luka defensively is a liability, bro. And we just bypass those. I know overall they bring way more to the table than Bronny James has done as of yet. But, bro, just be patient. You said it yourself. He's a 55th pick. There really should be no expectations on that. He gives the Lakers no problems off the basketball court. He's not having any impact on winning now. Y'all just hating because he's LeBron's son. Be honest.
Seven. The same reason why you think we're hating is the same way why we know you're being biased right now. But since you are being biased or whatnot, and I think I don't even think it's at the conscious, but I think it's a subconscious thing with you. But I want to ask you, what size shoe you wear right now? What size shoes you
I
wear?
wear 10 even. 10
All right, if
even.
you
The
wear
same.
10 even,
I think Bron went to 10 NBA finals, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
yeah, all right.
How
With
ironic.
them 10s, I'm gonna get you some of them Gregory Hines because you keep tap dancing around
Tap
the
dancing. I'm tap dancing.
I'm gonna get you some of these Gregory Hines, bro. I gotta get you a pair though, because you tap dancing right now for these guys. For not for these guys, because I'm gonna leave LeBron out of it in this conversation. But for Bronny right now, you know dang well if this was not LeBron James' son and this was just a normal regular player that was the 55th pick and they showed all of this love to and pumped up like this, you'll be looking crazy right now. Like, man, he gotta go.
But BA,
You
again,
know
I'm
this.
not arguing. I'm not arguing with the amount of love. If y'all want to take some of the love away, I'm good with that. I'm not. The only thing that I have a problem with is the way y'all are violating this kid like he has not earned or deserved to be in the association. I think y'all are dead wrong on that, bro. He has potential to be and play in this league. When we watching Bronny James play, he does not look like the average guy that you throw out on a basketball court with professionals. He does not look that lost.
He look
He's just
lower
not
than that though. He
outside.
look
He
lower.
looks lower. Really?
He don't look that. He
Really?
right. He looked lower, bro. He looks like a literally. He looks like a kid that's thrown into a professional sport and everything is moving super fast. Like everything is moving super fast, and not to mention this is not your 6'6", 6'7", 19, 20-year old that actually at least has a little size. He's undersized to go along with it. He's 6'1", 6'2". And watching everybody run, like watching things run, people making him look crazy. He don't like on defense. His defense is getting a little better, but offensively, you don't see any improvement. He can't hit a shot because the length of the defender sticking his arm up is so it's like he looking like God swinging at him. And that's what he see. He don't see no human being when he on the court. He see professional NBA players, and you could tell it looks nasty out there, bro. It looks nasty.
All I want to say is BA, Max B, Original Classics, Chris, y'all are going to pay this season. Either this season or next. Y'all are going to pay dearly for the disrespect y'all are showing Bronny James in the live chat and up here on this damn stage.
Man, LeBron got to get up out of there, man, because you traded for 7. LeBron got to go.
LeBron got to get up out of the way.
He got to get up. He got to get up out of LA. They talking about does he deserve a statue? No, he doesn't deserve a statue. Get him up out of there, man. Go back to Cleveland. Go somewhere else, man.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. You said LeBron James doesn't deserve a statue. You're talking about
in LA. In LA. As a Laker, he does not deserve a statue, bro.
Wait a minute. Pat Riley getting a statue in February.
Yeah, he got 4 chips. He got 4 chips with the Lakers.
But LeBron don't.
Pat Riley got 4 chips with the Lakers.
No.
Get him one. Get him one right away.
No. We're not doing this, bro. You're telling me that LeBron James doesn't deserve a statue in Los Angeles?
No, bro. You know this, 7. You know this. You know he don't deserve.
I don't know this. Are you serious?
Yo, LeBron deserves a statue.
Let me reset. Let me ask you. Let me start off on this level. BA, does LeBron James deserve to have his jersey retired in Los Angeles?
No.
Oh my God. What?
No. He ain't did enough. All these fellas seasons. He got, bro. All he was good enough for Disney World and a pack of bubble gum. That's it. Everything else outside of that, no. He ain't did enough, bro. He had 2 good seasons out of 8 seasons. 2 good seasons, 1 Western Conference Finals and 1 bubblegum championship.
God.
That's it. The other 6 seasons was dead, bro. Non-existent.
You just say and wait. Did you just sit here and say LeBron only had 2 good seasons with the Lakers?
Yes. 2 successful seasons. That's it.
My
2 successful seasons,
God, BA.
and one
How
was an
can you
accident.
say that with a straight face?
He missed the playoffs 3 times. He missed the playoffs 3 times. He won. He went to one Western Conference Finals that was probably his best season, pretty much. And then he had the bubblegum championship. I mean, the bubblegum championship, but we all know with no fans and no pressure and all of that. We know about that. And then the other 2
So,
seasons was play-ins and out of the first round. Like, come on, man. You know this,
so
7.
wait a minute. That's how you summarize as LeBron career with the Lakers. That's how you would
Yeah.
summarize that. Oh
Yes.
my God. Yo, do you know how disrespectful you are when it comes to LeBron James? I am so serious. If I would have known that you was going to be this disrespectful to LeBron this morning, bro, I would have asked that you cut your camera on. I'd have cut mine on. I would like the American public to know who this is.
Man,
Bro,
I wish that I was actually by my computer. I'm on my phone right now because I don't mind saying it to the camera. I just said it many times.
bro.
He does not deserve his jersey retired, and he does not deserve a statue. And if they
OC
win
said
this
that he
year,
deserves to have one there Skid Row with the homeless people.
shout out to Original Classics. Facts.
Oh
Put it
my
on Skid
God.
Row. Put it on Skid Row. But he don't deserve
Bro.
one right now at this moment, man. Maybe in Cleveland.
Max,
In Cleveland,
look,
yes.
listen,
That's it.
Max, I'm not obsessed with LeBron getting a statue in Los Angeles. I'm obsessed with the disrespect, how easy the shit spill off of y'all lips. Bro, the way BA just summarized LeBron's career in Los Angeles was the most disrespectful. It should be criminal. Bro,
Was there a
you
lie
should
though?
be,
Was there a lie though? Was there a lie?
that was the most you should
There was no
have to
lie.
stand in front of a commissioner and get a
There was
bail to be
7.
released before you could come home and talk about the Lakers again.
7. You know I'm old
You didn't
school, so
mention
there's no cap in my
BA.
rap right now. No cap in my rap, 7.
That was ghost written. That had to be ghost written. Or you just freestyled that, because understand this. You didn't mention how LeBron brought total relevancy back to this team in 2018. You didn't mention that.
No,
You
because he
didn't
did not.
mention
He didn't bring relevancy back. Just
would
because you
the
win
Lakers.
and get this is the Lakers. The Lakers, whether win, lose, or draw, they just like my Dallas Cowboys. Win, lose, or draw. This is one of America's team. People are always either gonna bash them or they're gonna love them. If they lose, people still gonna tune into them. If they win, people gonna tune into them because that's the standards of the organization itself. It ain't because of LeBron James. Stop it.
So you want to sit up here with a straight face and tell me that people was tuned into Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball
Yes.
and Josh Hart
Yes.
and Brandon Ingram? Really?
Yep. They tuned into
And
all of these young players who became
Luke Walton.
successful.
Coached by Luke Walton. Really?
Yes. And they got Luke Walton out of there. People are always gonna forever talk about the Lakers no matter what, because that's the standards
Let me
that they got put on them.
let me ask you before we get up out of here, and shout out to everybody that joined us this morning here in the live chat. Before we get up out of here, let me just ask you a series of questions that's just going to poke all types of holes in your story and in Max B's story. Would there be an Anthony Davis experience in Los Angeles if it wasn't for LeBron? Yes or no?
Yeah, it would be one because he still would have been probably trying to get to go there.
Oh my God. You need to
He
stop
still would have been
lying
trying to get over there. He just wanted to leave the team.
You trying to tell me that Anthony Davis
this.
would have found Los Angeles attractive without James?
Yeah, he would have found this in Los Angeles. It's the Lakers.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
especially if he could go over there and be the man.
Let's move on. Are you trying to tell me that the Los Angeles Lakers, as this historic franchise that you just highlighted, would have been able to hang banner 17 up right now if it wasn't for James?
Yeah.
So if they would have kept Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart, Julius Randle and Lonzo Ball and all them guys, and moves would have been made from then until now, you're telling me the Lakers still would have hung a championship banner up?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility that them young boys probably would have went into that bubble and went crazy with no pressure, no nothing, no telling.
Wow.
No talent, bro.
This is unbelievable.
I'm not saying that they would or they wouldn't, but it's a possibility. It's always a possibility.
Would Luka be a part of the Lakers if it wasn't for LeBron?
Nah, I don't know.
He didn't have any control. He didn't have any control on that.
Exactly.
So let me rephrase that.
He didn't have no control of that. So that's what I'm saying.
Would these Lakers be attractive for Luka to sign an extension if there was no James involved?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, because he trying to get that bag, and this is the Lakers. This ain't the Mavericks. We're talking about a whole different demographic of watchers, viewers, and this is title town. I'm in a title town with much.
You're telling me in last offseason, Luka would have came into Los Angeles with no LeBron James under JJ Redick's tutelage or whoever tutelage that wasn't his pick. Losing Dorian Finney-Smith, your best friend, going into the offseason, you're telling me that Luka would be attracted to sign an extension to this ball club with that?
Yeah, because it's LA.
Wow.
You see what you see.
Why you keep saying it's LA? What is LA? LA ain't nothing without LeBron.
The Lakers. What? It's nothing without LeBron. What? We not.
What?
Come on.
Yo, since Kobe, when was the last time the Lakers was in the? When was the last time the Lakers was competing for a title before LeBron?
It don't matter if they're competing for a title or not. It's still the Lakers. It's still the Lakers. People they want to talk about them. They want to talk about them. This is one. They are like in the golden
reasons. BA.
They are for that. They talk about them for all the wrong reasons now with LeBron. What you mean? They've been talking about it for the wrong reasons for the past since the bubble gum, bro. They've been talking about it for the wrong reasons, not for the right reasons, bro. You know this.
You just stay hating on 2020. I never seen a championship hated on more than ever and ever. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, right, put Luka. Fix Luka and LeBron, man. Come on, man. LeBron need to go sit down. Go make some movies. Go back to your production. Go kick with your family.
A 40-year-old who averaged 25, 8, and 7. You're gonna say sit down.
Yeah, because we call that empty stats. That's what happens when you stat pad. He been stat padding since 2021, bro. We know this. He been stat padding since 2021. Like you gotta play just so you could be up there with Michael Jordan and all of this other stuff, which Jordan did everything he did in 11 seasons. And we're not even gonna count the wizardry type stuff, but
why we ain't gonna count the wizards?
Because he did most, he did everything, like most of the body of his work, which is about 85% of his work he did in his first 11 seasons. It took LeBron 22 going on his 23rd season just to be even thought about or fathomed into the conversation for real. Because since Clutch Sports runs media, and now they don't just run players, they actually got people who sit like they got people like Nick Wright and people like that who are actually signed to them as media spokesmen, running all over the place rampant. We gonna look like this is what made him be the GOAT. Outside of him calling himself the GOAT, because that made me the greatest right there. Outside of that is Clutch Sports. It's the figureheads. We know this is the reason why, but it took you 23 seasons to go continue to stack up. Like, you're not going to win this year. You didn't win last year. You knew you weren't going to win last year. The year before that, you knew you weren't going to win. You knew you weren't going to win the year before that. You knew all of this stuff. But with that being said, you getting your money and you patting them stats because this is the only thing that you can say that, yeah, I'm better. I'm better than Michael Jordan because I played longer. It took me 20 years to get to him, but I got to him, though. Like, come on, man. Come on, Seven. That sounds ridiculous. Salute to longevity.
I watched that game, BA, as we close out, where the Lakers played the Utah Jazz and Kobe dropped. I think he dropped 60 points, even though it was on 50 shots.
Yeah.
But I watched that game, and LeBron coming to the Lakers was the greatest thing that happened to this organization since that night. No way, shape, form, or fashion are debated. As far as a great feel, LeBron coming to the Lakers was the best thing to happen since that night. You are the biggest hater. I want you to know that, but I respect it.
You're lacking
And we're going to keep it
context.
going.
You're lacking
We're going to keep
context.
it going.
You gotta
I'm
ask
lacking
why.
context, really.
Why?
Why?
Why is LeBron James the biggest thing since? He's the biggest thing since because they gave them something negative, some extra negative material to talk about for the next 8 years.
No, because he turns
That's why.
something into nothing. He turns something into nothing,
The
BA.
Lakers were nothing. The organization was nothing.
The Lakers won 17 games, 30 something. The Lakers were nothing, BA. They were coached by Luke
just
Walton,
because a
BA.
couple bad seasons, they were nothing. This
A
is the
couple
Lakers
bad
organization.
seasons. The Lakers last won in 2009. What you talking about?
So them winning not it's 2010. You gotta remember back to back. We gotta show Kobe. We gotta show Kobe some love. You gotta show Kobe some love.
From 2010 to 2018, the Lakers were pathetic.
Yeah, that's because of this is due to shout out to David Stern, RIP. But we know what David Stern did. We know what he did, bro.
Oh, Chris Paul would have saved the day, huh?
No, he would have helped he would have helped the team. He would have helped the team. And Kobe probably wouldn't have popped his Achilles having to work so hard at the age of 36, 35, wherever he was at that age. Because he didn't really play his last three seasons.
You know what's so sad is LeBron has played more years, I believe, and his longest stint in NBA was with Los Angeles, not Cleveland, not Miami. He's played longer consecutively with Los Angeles than any other team, and this is the respect he gets. Brought a championship to him in the same year that we had a pandemic, the same year that Kobe died. LeBron led the team to a championship after the season got suspended, had to play in Orlando. And he brought a champion, didn't even get a parade. And listen to this disrespect.
We don't celebrate new Balco. We celebrate natural. We don't celebrate new Balco.
Do you celebrate people quitting in the middle of a basketball game? Do you celebrate people asking to be traded? Don't go there with me, bro.
What you mean? LeBron did this. He did all of this. He threw off his jersey. He was like, I'm done with this.
Kobe did all of that. Kobe did all of that.
It got 5 rings with one team. He didn't go hood hopping. That's what Kobe did. And then won a championship of arguably the worst squad ever. Went back to back with one of the worst NBA championship rosters ever, bro. Ever, bro.
Look, there's nothing Kobe did in the finals that was greater than LeBron being down 3-1 to the Warriors. So we ain't gonna compare that. That's just
let his mate let his mate kick him in the you know what. Let him do that. Let Draymond let his mate Draymond Green feel sorry and do dumb stuff on purpose and miss assignments and all of that stuff on purpose.
Draymond was back for 6 and 7. What happened? Draymond was back game 6 and game 7. What happened?
Yeah, Draymond came back game 6 and game 7 super passive. Why? I wonder why.
Draymond had a great game 7. He had an unbelievable game 7. If you go back and look at the numbers, Draymond was killing game 7, but it doesn't matter.
All right, one game. Okay, game 7. Okay, game 7. Okay, game 7.
The most. That's when they count the most, right? All right, man. I am out. Shout out to my bro BA. Make sure y'all subscribe to get your bars up on YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I'll be going live later on this afternoon with another Lakers topic. So make sure
appreciate you.
Big up to everyone in the live chat who helped the stream. I'll see y'all this evening. Big up to you, BA. Appreciate you, my G. Already. Peace, guys.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Lakersland podcast with Seven Mitchell. If you rocked with the show, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a review wherever you're listening. Join the conversation on social at Lakersland Show and tap in for daily takes, polls, and more. Until next time, stay loyal, stay loud, and always stay Lakered up.